Hypnosis, for results you can't imagine yet.
In this video, I want to teach you a technique or a tool that will help you train your emotions. And I think it's truly important to be able to decide ahead of time, in a sense, how you're going to feel in certain ways. Now, here's what I mean by that. Okay, let's say something really bad happens to you, and you really don't know how to deal with it. It's pretty chaotic. Well, when something like that inevitably happens, because obviously, you've probably experienced something like that already, you don't want to get immobilized or bogged down in all those terrible emotional states like depression or overwhelm or sadness, and just find yourself complaining about it or maybe wishing things would change, but not actually doing anything about it. Instead, you want to train yourself, you want to train and condition your mind to go immediately in a powerful state that promotes action. Something like self-confidence, which we're going to use as an example here, or maybe gratitude, or maybe inspiration, whatever it is for you. And with this technique, you can actually train various different kinds of emotion. It's really up to you. And begin to consciously determine how you're going to respond to different things. Now, that's not, I don't mean like you're going to end up like a computer and you have to program in all your responses ahead of time, but it's just to say that you want to do as much as possible to feel good, to get into action, and minimize the impact of negative emotions. Those you want to see more as a signal that something is wrong, but not get caught up in them. Okay? So we're going to use confidence as an example. The technique is called anchoring. You might have heard about it before in NLP or hypnosis or various sorts of coaching. It's actually a natural way the mind works. And I'll tell you how. You already have anchors within yourself. What this means is that whenever you're in a state of peak emotion and something unique happens, that emotion gets linked up with that event or that trigger in the environment, whatever it may be. And a good example of this would be, let's say you go to your first wedding. You might be a guest there, and everybody is super happy. And a specific song plays, the band plays a very specific song, or maybe it's on a CD. And a few years later, you hear that same song, and it immediately brings you back to the memory of what you were doing when you last heard it. All the good memories of that wedding come rushing back. So the mind naturally creates these triggers and anchors, and we're going to use this very consciously to make sure we feel good most of the time and shape ourselves to get into action quickly. So here's how the technique works. Okay, I'm going to do this and guide you into hypnosis, but you really don't need hypnosis. You can do this by yourself. Okay, so first you have to pick a unique trigger. And I recommend something easy, like bringing your forefinger and thumb together, or any of these finger motions. It can be something silly, like slapping your knee or patting yourself on the back, but make sure it's unique, because if it's something like, shaking somebody's hand, or running your hand through your hair, something you do often, it's going to dilute the anchor. So make sure it's something very unique. Okay? Then what we're going to do is you're going to close your eyes and remember a time that you felt supreme confidence. You felt peak performance. You felt really at the top of your game, just a really powerful memory. And you're going to begin to embody the body language, the way you were thinking, and you really want to feel that emotion, okay? And once you've got it, at the peak of that emotion, you want to fire off your trigger, okay? You want to associate that hand gesture or whatever it is with the emotion, okay? and then you want to let it go. And we're going to repeat this process about 2, 3, 4 times to make sure that you really got it, okay? And when we've done it a few times, then you're going to relax, okay? And shake it out maybe a little bit, take a deep breath. And then you're going to fire off that anchor and notice the surge in emotion again. And it'll be like a button that goes right back into that state. Okay? So when you're ready, I want you to find a place where you're comfortable, either sitting down or lying, and we'll get started in a second. And what I want you to do is simply close your eyes and take a nice, deep breath in. And as you breathe out slowly, just follow your breath down into increased comfort and tranquility. And as you breathe slowly, with each breath going deeper into relaxation and tranquility, the sound of my voice relaxes you even more. So that if you scan your body to find increased comfort, you will find that the act of scanning relaxes you even more. And you can let the outside world take care of itself for a little while as you focus on your internal processes and seek inside the resources that you need to change your life powerfully, to develop more emotional control and powerful self-confidence that makes your life even better. And I want you to just bring to mind right now a time, a memory, where you felt so confident, where you felt that you can do anything that you set your mind to, when you really accomplished something and you gave it your all, when you felt really on top of the world and at the top of your game, in perfect confidence. And as that memory, that time, goes back into your mind, I want you to step inside the memory and embody the you that's so confident. And as you relive that memory, seeing what you saw, hearing what you heard, feeling the self-confidence, embodying that powerful body language that shows everybody around you that you are a man or a woman who knows what they're doing and who is certain of themselves. That's it. You want to notice your thinking, the way you're breathing. That's it. And now, in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 3. And with each and every count, you want to feel this confidence doubling in force. And at 3, when you're at the peak of the emotion, I want you to do that trigger you decided on and associate that powerful feeling of confidence with that gesture. Ready? Starting with 1, feel the confidence powerfully. 2, doubling in force, doubling in power. And 3, peak confidence. Trigger, make that anchor right now. That's it. And just let it go. In a moment, we're going to do the same process. And this time, when you associate that anchor with the emotion, I want you to really lock it in, feel peak performance powerfully, and really commit. Starting with 1, feel that confidence surging inside. 2, even stronger, even better, doubling in force. And 3, powerful confidence now. Use that anchor. That's it. Associate confidence with that anchor. Excellent. And this time you'll do it yourself. Just let it go. I'm going to count from 1 to 3 again, one more time. Starting with 1, feel confidence. 2, even stronger. And 3, peak confidence right now. That's it. And just let it go. Just let it go. Take a nice deep breath in. As you let it out, clear your mind. relax your body. And now go ahead and test your anchor. Test the anchor. Put those fingers together. Whatever it is you did, trigger that emotion. And notice how you feel already, even without my suggestions, that confidence coming back. That's it. And when you've got it, I want you to bring your awareness back into the room, maybe taking a deep breath. Open your eyes. Cool, all right, welcome back. So that's the process of anchoring. You don't need hypnosis to do it, but it does work phenomenally well if you use it. Okay, but you can do this with any emotion, and at any time, all you have to do is close your eyes and bring back a memory and choose a different anchor. Okay, so now it's a good idea to go around and whenever, and actually test this to see if it works later on today, tomorrow, and use it when you need it. Okay?
Hypnosis, for results you can't imagine yet.